What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And I have to say that right now we don't have much news directly related to this story, but I want to explain you some details about the recent news. And when I made my previous video, I've published it just a couple of days ago. I've told you that this was quite good news that we could find on Bloomberg, and let me show you this article. It was published on February the 2nd. And it says, SEC WhatsApp probe expands to phones of hedge fund employees. And the key bullets are following. Point 72 and Citadel among industry recipients of request. Officials seeking evidence of business on unofficial platforms. And let me quote you further. The Securities and Exchange Commission recently asked Steve Cohen, Point 72 Asset Management, Ken Griffin's Citadel and several other firms to search through the devices for evidence of business dealings on unapproved channels, according to people familiar with the matter who asked not to be identified discussing the private requests. The SEC is also probing the practices of brokerages, money managers and private equity firms. So, I've received a lot of comments directly related to this article, and a lot of people have doubts that this news might be helpful in our fight, because they basically should investigate themselves. And I have to say that I completely agree with these statements. We don't have, or they don't have, these companies don't have any legal procedures to investigate this. They just need to ask whether or not their employees use these unapproved channels that might violate some SEC rules. And definitely, in my opinion, we will not see any evidence of their so-called illegal activity. But the main upside potential of this news is that it was published on Bloomberg. And this is the main point, because it doesn't matter whether or not they will find some discrepancies in their statements or in their day-to-day activity. But the main idea is that Bloomberg is on our side because of this news. And I have to say that as long as we can push this wave, push the wave of the people's anger, definitely we will on our path to win this battle. So, and let's continue with other news. On Roger James Hamilton official Twitter account, he published this tweet 18 hours ago, and he said, the 8-step playbook shared on CEO Roundtable. Watch here. Here is the YouTube link. Share with your CEO board if the company suspects naked shorts. 8 steps below. And here is the list of these steps. And if you are a CEO of the company that might be under attack of short selling, definitely you should follow Roger James Hamilton Twitter account, and you should also sign up on this website. This website created directly to fight against the naked shorting activity, and it was made by CEOs of other companies that were targeted by naked shorts. And definitely you have to register on this website if you are a CEO. And you can also follow the blog, because right here you can find several quite interesting articles that might be useful. And especially in the members area of this website, you can share your story with other CEOs, and you can decide how to fight against the illegal activity. So let's continue with John Burda's Twitter account. 18 hours ago, he retweeted this tweet from Uncle Smokey's Stock Trades, and he posted, Gary Gensler, why in the world exempt used 252 times and exception used 111 times in the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act? Better yet, how to come it always gives the hedge funds and market makers those exemptions and exceptions? There is always a fail-safe for the wicked. And right here you can see several screenshots, and I want to pay your attention on this one. This is the one of the pages of this official document, and here is the entire section of exceptions that might be used in this official document. Definitely it is not the best practice when officials try to preserve not the ordinary people, not the retail community, but the major hedge funds and market makers. So, next tweet he also retweeted 18 hours ago. The lending houses are a huge problem as they create fakes out on thin air. John Tobacco can shed some light in the lending houses to watch in MMAT. And here's the tweet that John Burda retweeted. And let me quote to this. Well, we know where the millions of short shares to borrow flooding the market came from. In November, State Street reported being down to 3 million shares, and today just filed owning 14 million shares. They have been the biggest headache feeding short shares to the market. And let me show you this activity right here. As you can see, on February 14th, 2022, they stated that they owned 17.5 million shares. Then on May 2022, they owned even more, 24.1 million shares. Then they reduced their position by 11 millions to $12.8 million. And at the end and in the mid of November 2022, they owned only 3.35 million shares. But right now, the most recent data is right here. Again, previously they stated that they owned 17.5 million shares, and now they reduced their position by 17.59% to 14.49 million shares. And why in the world they are using the previous number of shares like this, 17.5? Because right here they own, in their own statement, they said that they have 3 more rows with a different number of shares. I don't want to say that it might be some illegal activity. It is just very weird when some of investors make this type of statements with the huge discrepancy in their own figures. So, and let me show you that we are still waiting for the answer of Rosa Tawil on the motion to dismiss that was filed by FINRA, and we don't have any updates on this case. And let me show you that we have an official tweet that was published on FINRA Twitter account. On February the 3rd, they published this, and I have to say that it is completely irrelevant to the topic of my video, to the naked shorting activity and fight against them. But if we click on this tweet right here, we can find a lot of comments, a lot of tweets that are directly related to MMTLP and FINRA saga. And there are hundreds and thousands of tweets that are pointing on this problem. On top of that, let me show you that previously they published the latest tweet only on December the 20th. So more than 45 days they kept silence, and right now, as you can see, they started to publish the new tweets, and the majority of answers on this tweet is directly related to the MMTLP problem. On top of that, all of their previous tweets also have the same type of activity. As you can see, MMTLP and FINRA. Here is the Occupy SEC 2023 announcement. And on top of that, let me show you that on SEC official Twitter account, we also have several latest tweets, but right here you can see that they have much more followers than FINRA has. FINRA has only, let me show it to you, only 55.1 thousand followers, but SEC has 479.5 thousand followers. And despite this huge number, if we take a look closer on the latest tweet, definitely we will find another evidence, another tweets that are pointing directly to the problem of illegal activity. And definitely it is a very good sign that we are together can fight against this fraudulent activity. And in my opinion, we will win this battle despite all the problems that we have right now. So I think that's it for now. I don't have any more news that probably might be useful for us as a community, but I will do another update in a couple of days, and we will continue to fight. So, if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in the this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap.